Hey you guys, so I wanted to do a short little video about Louis Vuitton pouches and whether or not I think they're worth all the hype and frankly the price point. Hopefully I will save someone from doing what I did. I went a little crazy during, I guess during this past year and a half with really kind of overspending or doing a little too much retail therapy, I'm ashamed to say. So I now have collected 5 Louis Vuitton pouches, and now that the dust is kind of settling and I'm starting to think about were some of my purchases worth it? I definitely overspend. Like I said, I definitely just went a little hard on the shopping and retail therapy point, and I do have some regrets. So I'm hoping that what I will share with you today will be helpful for someone out there. So I'm going to start with a little show and tell first. I have the toiletry pouch 15 in monogram, which I bought brand new from the boutique. I've got the mini pochette accessoire, which I also bought new. This was the last thing I bought, I believe, in the damier ebene. I've got the larger pochette accessoire in the monogram, which I bought pre-loved. I believe this is the World Tour cosmetic pouch in monogram. I don't remember the size of this. It's one of the smaller ones. And then I've got the cosmetic pouch, same one in damier ebene. So just so I would not forget my thoughts, I did jot down a few pros and cons about these cosmetic pouches. I will say right off the bat, I do regret buying so many. 5 is overkill. I don't need 5. So now that I've used them for a few months, I kind of have some idea about what I would do if I could go back. If I had a time machine, I would probably only pick 2 or 3 of them for different reasons, and I'll get into that. But overall, they are great for carrying everyday essentials. They're great as catch-alls. That is very true. Other people have said that. One thing I like about them is they're great for staying organized. I'm a very organized person, or at least I try to be. So I'm not someone who would just have a bag and throw everything in it. I don't like that at all. So I'd rather my items, my kind of like single knockabout smaller items be encased in one place. And these pouches are great for that. They are certainly, no one could argue, stylish and fun to use. And some of them you can use in various ways. So for instance, this could be a pouch that you use in a larger purse or a medium-sized purse, and it could also be carried as a purse. And I do have a couple different straps I think there's 3 different straps I have to use this as a bag. So this one is versatile, and the mini pochette is also very versatile because you can wear it as a bag, and I have done that. So those are the pros, I'm sorry. Last pro, great for travel. Before this whole situation we're in, I went somewhere at least 2 or 3 times a year. That's kind of my thing, and where usually I spend my money, but haven't been able to do that as much lately. And so, it is what it is, but these are great for travel when you just want to throw them in your suitcase or, your duffel bag. So those are the pros. So now let's talk about the cons. The price. These are expensive pouches, and unless you can, besides the ones that you can use as a pouch or a bag, it's just a lot of money to spend on a pouch alone. So I have to put price as a con. There are certainly much more affordable options. I mean, Target has all kinds of cute pouches. But, for those of us who love Louis Vuitton, for those of us who enjoy using these styles and these prints and the pop of interior color and everything about the history of Louis Vuitton, you know, they are great bags and maybe worth a little bit of a higher price point, but I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I don't need 5 of them. So it was just, you know, unnecessary for me to get as many as I have. Another con for me, at least, is they're not getting a lot of use right now. So I'm not sure if you can really call that a con. Maybe in the future, I'll find a lot of ways to use them. But right now, often they just sit around, and because I'm not traveling as much, they're not getting as much use. So I'm pretty much using one as my everyday kind of catch-all in the purse that I'm carrying. This happens to be the one. And I don't know if I mentioned that I bought this one brand new, I bought this one brand new, and all the rest are pre-loved. So these 2 were new, and these 3 were pre-loved. So I did save a little bit of money, but not much, because this one was pretty much the same price as a new one. I do like the canvas. I've had older items, I've had newer items, and I have to say that the canvas on the older items, I think, is a little bit better, a little thicker, and probably the quality is a little better, because this one is from, I think, 99 or 2000. You're talking 20 years plus, and it's in great condition. I mean, the interior is great. The canvas is great. The stitching is all still great. You know, obviously that's lost some shine there, but it's good to go. You know, I'm very much an advocate for getting pre-loved, to save yourself some money, or just to find items that are harder to find and a little more rare. But yeah, I think I went through all my pros and cons. So now I think I need to answer the question, are they worth all the hype? I would say no, they're not. I enjoy using them. I think they're great and I have fun with them, but I'm not sure I can say, if I look back and I say to myself, man, was it worth all that money? Or maybe the things I went through to get them? And there's nothing that's jumping out that's saying, yeah, that's certainly worth all the hype. I think that they're a bit overblown. I love this little guy, and I think that this is a forever bag, something I'll keep forever. But, you know, other than this one, I don't know. I just don't think that they are worth all the social media hype that they get. And it's kind of weird to say, because I really am enjoying using them. I love this little thing. I do love it. And I'm so glad I have it. And I would buy this one again. I guess the ones that I would not purchase again would probably be, I would not rebuy the toiletry pouch. Even though this is the one I'm using the most, I think you kind of get the same use out of both of these. Or I could just as easily use this guy every day as this one. They're serving the same purpose. And I would also let go of one of these. The question, or the issue, is which one would I let go of? And I don't know, but one of them. I only need one. Will I get the use? Will I get a lot of use out of both? I'm gonna try to, but one is enough. So I guess that's my main thing, is I'm trying to save somebody out there who maybe is struggling. You know, mental health has been a tough situation this past year and a half for all of us, I think. And some of us turn to food, some of us turn to drugs, some of us turn to alcohol, some of us turn to shopping. And I don't think shopping gets discussed as much as an addiction or a crutch that people can turn to. It's something that I turn to. You know, at times in my life, there has been points where I've turned to food. Other times, and maybe I turned to food when I didn't have as much money to spend. Because I feel like in my early 20s, that's kind of where I turned, was to food. And now that I'm in my 40s, I thought I was a much more balanced person. I thought I was in a good place, but I think we all got hit with a situation we weren't ready for. And this is what I turn to: shopping and acquiring things. And what always happens is I go through a cycle, because when it's all kind of done and I'm leveling out, I look back and I'm like, why did I buy all this stuff? So I'm hoping to hopefully talk some sense into someone else who maybe is going through something similar or about to go into something similar. Just know that, I know there's a lot going on social media about the next thing to buy and the must have it thing, and I think pouches is one of them, especially since Louis Vuitton seems to be discontinuing some of their pouches. But it's just a pouch. They are fun, but they're not necessary, and I really don't think that they're worth all the hype. I would say figure out one or two that you will love forever and really get use out of. One of my favorite things about this one is that pop of color when I open it, and I really like the Damier Ebene print. It's funny because when I was in my 20s, I actually hated this print. And monogram is just I liked the Damier Azur. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. But that's the print I liked in my 20s. I don't like that print anymore very much, to be honest. I think I might have one piece in the Damier Azur, but I really like the Damier Ebene. It's understated and it's not so in your face when you're kind of in that mood where you want to be understated. And then this, I really, really enjoy this cherry red color when I open it. It's just, I don't know, it's kind of fun for me. It's just, I'm not really sure how to articulate it, but it's just a little pop of enjoyment I get whenever I open this and I'm using it for whatever reason. I really just like this pop of color inside. In this guy, you don't get that. It's just kind of tan. It's just kind of tan inside. So it's just kind of blah. Still nice, but again, in deciding which ones you love, there's a reason that I love this one and would keep it. I do like, this is kind of fun, but it's also kind of trendy, and I'm not really a trendy kind of person. I'm more of a classic kind of person. I will say, this also has a little fun pop of color on the inside, but I don't get as much enjoyment out of opening this one and seeing that kind of fuchsia color as I do the cherry color. But this one also has that pop of cherry, and I don't know, I just enjoy that. So this would probably be the one, if I went back in my time machine, I would rebuy this one, and this guy is just a classic. She's just a forever kind of bag. Someone bought this 20 years ago and it's had a whole life, and I don't know what that story is, but now it's starting a new story and a new journey with me, and I love it. I should show it with the chains. Yeah, let me find the chains. So I've got this strap, which makes it a great crossbody, from another Louis Vuitton bag that I have. And then I've got this shorter chain, which I bought on Etsy. And then I've got, let's see, a longer chain if I want to do crossbody with a longer chain. So let me see if I can show you guys what those three look like. But that's the versatility of this guy is the reason I would rebuy this one again or recommend it to someone. All right, so I need you guys to ignore my pants here, but crossbody. So that's nice. I love, love, love a crossbody. I am a crossbody kind of girl. I've got it as a shoulder. So this is like a shorter strap, and then that additional piece with those white pearls, both from Etsy, I believe. So that's cute. Rarely would I carry it like this. Maybe to, I don't know, maybe with a more dressed up outfit, but it's an option. And then you've got the chain crossbody, which is nice. So just another way to wear it. And then of course there's the like the vachetta, oh, I don't know, wrist. It's like a wrist, it's like a little small vachetta strap. I'm struggling with what it's called, but it's much shorter. And it's probably what this originally came with, but just got lost over time. And I did, I have that somewhere, I just don't know where. So that's that's 3 different straps in 3 or 4 different ways. I mean, this can go several ways. And of course, it's also just a pouch that you can throw in a medium to large purse. So I would rebuy this, and I would recommend this to anyone who's thinking about what kind of LB pouch to get. This guy is perfect. So I guess in summarizing my thoughts, what I want to leave you with is I don't want you to have FOMO. I don't want you to have the fear of missing out or this sudden urge to buy up every Louis Vuitton pouch because they're becoming scarce or they're becoming harder to find. Think about which one you love. Think about which one will be with you forever or for a really long time that you'll get a lot of use out of. And if you can find that one, then yes, it's worth it. So I don't know if I'm contradicting what I've already said, but it's worth it if it's one that you love and get a lot of use out of. But it's not worth it just to have, just to say you have, which I kind of feel like this guy was more like, oh, I want a world tour one. I think this is world tour, but it's like, okay, it's cute, but you know, it wasn't necessary. And I don't think that I will love it forever. I may end up reselling it. So find the one that's gonna work for you forever. This is a great travel one that I'm, probably gonna keep forever. This guy, and this is another one that I do think is the cutest. I guess I could show real quick, how I've worn it crossbody. Sorry, I didn't feel like finding my crossbody strap, but I do have a crossbody strap for this guy. I have worn it crossbody and I like that. I'm a plus size girl, so, trying to get this on my shoulder is not gonna work. It may work for some, and carrying it like this is just not really my style, but for those who that is your style, that would work as well. I've worn this as a crossbody and carried it as a true pouch and would recommend this one. So hopefully I'm not being repetitive here, and I've made all my points, and I hope it helps someone. And yeah, until next time, bye, and have a great rest of your week or weekend whenever you're watching this. All right, bye.